Hi, I'm Rowan and welcome to my kitchen. Today on Baking Away the Blues, I'm going to show you how to make a slow roast leg of lamb with garlic, rosemary, mashed potatoes and roast vegetables. So you've got to get a baking tray and just fill it with sliced up onion and lemons. If you want to make a gravy out of the juices, do not include the lemons because the pith makes it kind of too bitter. It tastes a bit weird. Just include the onions. We included lemons because we weren't going to do a gravy with it. Stabby stab stab, stab stab stab, stab in the lamb. Basically this is a leg of lamb and he's just stabbing it and then cutting the flesh along the bone because the meat will shrink and it kind of pulls away from the bone and that just makes it easier. And then in all the holes we're just going to put some rosemary and some thyme. And then, because we like to carry the flavours through, just add some thyme and rosemary to that baking pan. And then just place the meat on top of the onions and lemons, like so. And then just season it with some salt and pepper. And you can add a little bit of olive oil now if you want to as well. And finally, so it doesn't dry out, just add, well, we're clearly adding a lot of white wine. So yeah, just add some of that. If you're going to make a gravy, that's going to be a really nice base and all the alcohol is going to burn off. And then put it into its little tinfoil tent. And this is just going to keep all the moisture in there. It's kind of going to steam at the same time. You're going to do half of the cook. It's going to be in the tinfoil and then half of the cook, you're going to take it off. And here's what it looks like after it's been in the oven with the tinfoil over the top of it for 2 hours. The top hasn't browned yet, but the meat started to cook. You can see it's pulling away from the bone. The onions are going all really soft. And it's just looking super nice and tender. We're going to do just some roast vegetables. So as you can see here, we've got some peppers, some sweet potatoes, some garlic, a bulb of garlic that's been cut in half, some onions, some potatoes and carrots. And you're just going to add them to a pan, add a load of olive oil, some salt and pepper, maybe include some of the rosemary and thyme in there as well. Once you've had the lambs had about 2 hours in the oven with the foil on, you've taken it out, taken the foil off, you've put it back in there. If you put it back in for half an hour, and then add the vegetables, and that's going to cook for another probably hour and a half, and then the vegetables and the lamb will be done at the same time. I serve this with garlic rosemary mashed potatoes, which are pretty much good with everything ever because it's mashed potatoes and it's garlic and it's rosemary, so it's great. So just chop up the rosemary really fine. And then you're going to add it to a saucepan with a little bit of oil and just kind of stir it and bubble it along, and it's just going to make the rosemary go really soft so you don't have sort of lumps in the mashed potato. And then when you have about 45 minutes or half an hour to go, just add the potatoes that have been peeled to some boiling water, boil them till they're soft, and then you can add the rosemary, take the roast garlic from the roasted vegetables, squeeze some of the bulbs out because the garlic will go super soft, and then just mash that into the potatoes at the last minute. Add a bit of butter, add a bit of milk, cream, whatever you kind of like to add to your mashed potatoes, a bit of salt and pepper, and that's what you'll end up with. Here we go, it's served up. I didn't really think I was making a blog about it, so it's not done super professionally with the lamb on there as well. But yeah, this is you can see the mashed potatoes, the roast vegetables, and then just some peas that we just boiled in water for a couple of minutes. And this is what the lamb looks like afterwards. You can see when the tinfoil comes off and it cooks, it still continues to slow cook. It's really nice, but there's a brown top. The fat's rendered down, which means it's a really nice crispy skin on the top. And it's as easy as that. I hope you enjoyed the video. Join me next time for more recipes.